Howdy y'all, Ducky here, aka the Murdoch, and today we would normally be doing a Western Wednesday video, but as the title of this video would suggest, I have a couple other things in my mind. This is going to be a little bit of a tribute R.I.P. video for Gene Wilder and Glenn Webb. It's a little bit strange maybe to combine the two of them, but these things sort of happened in close enough proximity where I don't feel like it's inappropriate. The Gene Wilder thing. I'm not going to claim that it's hit me really hard. It was just sort of a bummer to see. We've had other celebrity deaths that have, this year and in general, that have affected me a little bit more. I really enjoyed Gene's work, though. And the first thing I guess I think about when I think of Gene Wilder is Richard Pryor, which is maybe a little bit funny to say, but the first thing I think of is see no evil, hear no evil. And the two of them in that film are just, really fun to watch. Delightful, charming. It's maybe the first movie of Gene's that I saw, at least it's the first that I can really remember, even before things like Willy Wonka or Young Frankenstein or Blazing Saddles. So the big one for me is Willy Wonka, of course. Maybe I shouldn't say of course. Thinking about it, my favorite thing about Gene probably comes down to his level of conviction in his roles. Even when he's playing an innately silly character like Willy Wonka, he seems to really believe in what he's doing, what he's saying, and his actions. And his color changes are really harsh and really drastic and quite startling at times. In particular, at the end of the film, when he accuses Charlie of stealing the fizzy lifting drink, it's almost hard to watch because of how much anger and energy he puts into the accusation. And Charlie is still just a child, and yeah, okay, he did steal the fizzy lifting drink, but when he tells Charlie that he's not getting anything, it hurts. It really does hurt in a way because you believe it. You believe how strongly he feels in that moment. And that's one thing that Gene was a master at. I think in all of his roles that I've seen, even if he's playing a silly character, if he's playing a subtle character, if he's playing just a dry character, whatever, like his level of conviction always seemed to be at 100%. And I think that's one thing that really made him a powerful performer and something that was really special and, not shared by everyone in Hollywood. There are a lot of performances from actors where you can kind of see through them, one way or another, just through their body language, the way they're saying things. You can kind of, I always describe it as seeing the script. I don't know if that's a common way to describe that sensation, but that's how I feel when it comes to a lot of people, a lot of actors in Hollywood. It's like I feel like when they're doing their performance, I can see the script just beneath them, almost like beneath their skin or something. Really, well, that actually kind of sounds creepy, but that's almost how it is for me. In the case of Gene, I don't think I ever got that sensation from any of his roles. I never felt like he was just going through the motions or just saying his lines and not really believing them. He seemed to really believe in what he was doing. And I think it's one thing that made him really special and really powerful, and that's one thing that, Hollywood's going to be missing now. At least his, particular brand of it. His passing's a little bit of a dimming of the light in the world. The passing of the YouTuber Glenn Webb. It's one of those things that, it's not going to affect, in a lot of ways, a lot of people. It'll affect a lot of people like his fans. Just before he passed away, Glenn had somewhere in the area of somewhere around 95,000 subscribers. It was pretty close to 100. It might have been a little over 95, but that's not really too important. But that's a lot of subscribers for a toy reviewer. I mean, it's obviously far more than I will ever have, and that's okay. But it weirdly has kind of hit me hard. No, maybe not hard. Obviously, his family and close friends, people he knew in his life. Obviously, they're going to be significantly more affected than just a fan. But I followed him for a long time, and I'm not quite sure how long, and that's not even really all that important. But I really enjoyed his work. He's one of the toy reviewers that I have followed, not only for a long time, but through my various phases. I kind of go in and out of different phases of toy collecting, and even when I was not into a specific line of toys, like say if I'd faded on Marvel Legends or whatever, I'd still watch all of his videos. There are plenty of other YouTubers out there that I'm still subscribed to that do a certain type of content, but if I'm not in the mood for those toys or whatever, I'm not going to really watch those videos for the most part. His level of energy and spirit and fun in his videos, just made it something I wanted to watch every time. Even if it wasn't something I was like into currently, or even a figure I cared about. I've watched, I haven't watched all of his videos. I haven't gone back to the day one, but I've watched a lot of them, and I've watched a lot of videos on figures that I could have cared less about. But I watched them because of Glenn. It had nothing to do with the figure. I watched them because of his personality, just the general way he carried himself, his voice, his kind of comforting brand of humor and silliness. He struck me as a carefree spirit. He was very comfortable in his own skin, and I think that's something really respectable. Not everybody can do that. Not everybody can get behind the camera and just be themselves. I still struggle at that myself, and this has got to be in the neighborhood of my 40th or maybe upwards of 50th video now, and I still struggle when I get in front of the camera, in particular for things like, the Western reviews and stuff. He seemed very relatable. As an adult collector, it's sort of this weird, I was going to say this weird dichotomy. I don't know if that's really the word I'm looking for, but it's weird thing that we have to live with where we're engaged in a hobby that's still widely viewed as like a for kids thing. But we're not kids. We have jobs, we have relationships. Whatever the case may be. Glenn always seemed really comfortable in his skin, but still very like socially mature. Like he's probably someone who could have like just gone to the bar and had a perfectly normal conversation while having a drink or whatever. And with no need to be socially awkward or be a big, nerd. There's a sense of balance in being a nerd, I feel. Be proud of who you are, but at the same time, there's such a thing as kind of measuring the situation and adapting, maybe your conversation depending. Don't be ashamed of who you are, though. But that was one thing that made Glenn, or seemed to make Glenn, really special. I wanted to do this for myself in a way, as a way to sort of just get this off my chest and express this to more people that could probably more directly relate. And I think it'd be nice for, there's a chance like family might stumble across this video. And I just, I want to let them know like how he positively affected my life. And he just made my day brighter in a lot of ways. And did he really change anything significantly for me outside of making my day more pleasant? Maybe not, he made the day a little bit special, a little bit brighter, and that's something that's, in a lot of ways really unique. There's so much, there's so many depressing things in the world, and so much darkness, and so many things you just you want to avoid, and sometimes you just need a little bit of escape, and Glenn offered that to me. Because he did pretty much daily uploads, I always knew I had that to look forward to, and sometimes I would save his videos, I want to save him for the right moment, when I have a moment of kind of peace, just to sort of sit there and enjoy just him kind of being him. So yeah, it's this weird loss that I'm still kind of processing, and it's interesting to see some of the other videos that have been uploaded. I haven't watched the one from his friend Craig yet. I don't know if I'm ready to watch it, to be honest. I'm not, in a weird way, I'm not totally willing to accept it yet. I'm really going to miss Glenn's stuff. He contributed a lot to this community. When you watch other YouTubers, the things they've said about him, he was obviously a positive influence on a lot of people, and he was just a downright good guy. And I think that's pretty clear from just, his own videos and the way people talk about him. He did great work. He was this wonderful, beautiful little thing to make the day brighter. And it's a big loss. It's a big loss to this community, and there's no replacing him. There's no other Glenn Webb out there. I'm rambling a lot. Yeah, it's just I keep going back to it. I keep thinking about it, even though my life wasn't greatly shaped by Glenn or his work. It's just one of these weird little things I keep going back to, and I just think that's really a testament to who he was and what he did and how he did it. This isn't something that I've been able to just absorb, and move on from. I'm still sitting here thinking about it, and I don't think I'll ever get over it. I don't think I'll never forget Glenn. He still, he means a lot to me. He meant a lot to me. He means a lot to me. So my heart goes out to his family and friends, his close family and friends, and his other fans, but obviously his family and friends first and foremost. But the community's definitely lost lost a really important member by my measure. So that's going to do it for this video. I appreciate you guys watching it. Share your thoughts, please, on both Gene and Glenn. Let me know how you feel about it, how you're dealing with it, maybe your favorite moments or memories from either of them. So just, get a little conversation going, maybe. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching this video. I really appreciate it, guys. Just, everyone have a good night out there.